three primary colors: blue, red, and yellow. When blended together in different ways, they create the full spectrum of colors. Color is represented in many ways. In technology or multimedia, there's the color gamut. It corresponds to a screen's capability to reproduce a color in its luminosity, intensity, and contrast. In graphic design, marketing, printing, or interior architecture, the Pantone classification system allows us to choose a precise color. So, how can we play with color? Well, there's saturation, exposition, and transparency, just to name a few elements. Increasing saturation boosts the richness of the color. It becomes more intense. Increasing exposition boosts luminosity. Increasing transparency means more light passes through. What's amazing about color is that it provokes feelings. How do you feel when you see a blazing red? What about a deep blue or vibrant green? They bring out different emotions and thoughts. Color professionals in all industries choose a color based on its symbolism. But a color symbolism is different in different cultures. The master of all color professionals is nature. In the wild, color is key. Plants and animals use color to communicate, from seduction to defense. Color serves a functional service. But you don't work with peacocks or wildflowers, so let's head back into the salon to explore hair color. Get your pens and paper ready. We're getting technical. If I tell you that 98% of the people in the world have the same natural hair color, what do you think? You're probably thinking I'm totally wrong, but it's true. The color of natural hair is brown, but let's not forget redheads. They have a genetic mutation that results in that beautiful fiery color. Now, using the word brown to describe all natural base hair color may be technically correct, but that doesn't help us in the salon. That's why we need a way to classify hair color. Just like color Pantone system, hairdressing has a common vocabulary to talk about color. From the darkest black to the lightest brown, there is a continuity. But we split hair color into 10 identifiable levels. First, we gave a name to each of these natural colors. On the dark levels, black is in fact a very saturated brown. When we go into the blonde levels, we refer more to beige, but it's still technically brown. Remember our friends, the primary colors? Well, brown is made of them. There's blue, a cool color, and red and yellow, both warm colors. It's like lukewarm water, which is made of both hot and cold water. So this means that true brown sits at the center of the color wheel and is truly a neutral color. When it comes to hair color, all natural bases are made of blue, red, and yellow. The darker the natural base, the more blue, red, and yellow it contains. The lighter the natural base, the less blue, red, and yellow it contains. It's a matter of saturation. Level 10, which is the lightest blonde, exists on newborns and small children, but during the first years of life, all natural bases darken. So they won't stay at a level 10 for very long. Actually, the base darkens even more during puberty. As a professional, because we work with people over 16 years old, it's very rare to work on a natural base 10. Now it's time to get up close and personal with hair pigments. How's it going? Do you feel like you missed something? No problem. It's easy to go back and rewatch. If we look inside the hair, we discover two types of pigments: granular and diffused pigments. They are synthesized by melanin-producing cells, melanocyte, present inside the hair bulb. The granular pigments are in the shape of a spiky ball. They are large and range from black to brown to red. They are distributed randomly throughout the whole cortex. And they are present in all depth levels, but the darker the base, the more numerous they are. They are also the easiest to lighten, That's why any lifting process always goes pretty quickly in the beginning of the development time. On the contrary, diffused pigments are so small that they're distributed like a powder throughout the entire hair cortex. They are small and ranged from red to yellow. They're present in all levels of depth, but again, the darker the base, the more numerous they are. They're also the most difficult to lighten as it contains sulfur, which is very hard to oxidize. We usually represent diffused pigments as a yellowish powder spread throughout the whole hair cortex. They're present in every natural base from the darkest to the lightest. As for granular pigments, they exist in all natural hair bases. But as you can see in lighter hair, there are fewer and smaller than granular pigments. What do the level system and diving in the ocean have in common? It's darkest at the bottom and lightest at the top. Fun fact, the level system, which is a professional hair color ranking system, was invented by L'Oreal's founder, Eugene Schweller. That wraps things up for this first episode of Color Keys 1. Who knew that brown was such a rock star? Now you know all there is to know about natural hair color. Great job. The base is set. Do you want to see what happens when we lighten hair? Find out in the next episode of Color Keys, Natural Lightening and Artificial Oxidation.